So why is it important to engage and to develop a rapport and a relationship with your employees? A few reasons. It just makes the work environment funner, better. And you guys, there's a trust in there. There's trust. But you got to build a relationship with your employees. At the same time, you got to know how to keep it professional too. With my employees, sometimes I believe that they look at me as, number one, a mentor sometimes, and two, also a way of like just advice in general. You know, if they don't go to their parents for it, they don't go to their friends for it, they come to somebody that's kind of like more like someone they aspire, so they want to come and talk to you. And I love engaging with my employees. I like to get to know what they're doing throughout the week. If I can help them with anything, whether it's like, you know, sometimes there's a sponsorship for their events, or what, you know, because we have a lot of aspiring actors and comedians in Hollywood here, and the employees we hire on those in those industry that need some help, I like to, you know, reach out and help them, because me being young, I remember I always needed help also, and when we get to a level where we can give back, that's what I choose to do. So building relationships with them in almost any aspect you can is great. So here's a little clip on a conversation me and my employee had. He called me, he says, "Hey, I saw one of your videos, it was so great." And we got into depth, we built deeper domain conversations, and it was very rewarding. And here it goes, check it out. One second. So many people, they talk about think big, but why should you think big, right? And here's the reason why you should think big. Because when you can think big, like right now we talked about perception, right? If you can think big, you can see a broader vision, you know where to start working backwards from. But if you're thinking about partying, paying your bills, and not the big picture of retiring your parents, buying yourself a house, setting yourself up for retirement, and having the life you want, you don't know where to start, right?
No.
So once you can think big enough, like see the broader picture, you're able to know where to start working backwards from. That's how you achieve your goals. You don't achieve your goals by doing the redundancy every day, the same mundane stuff, right? You don't want to wake up every day, brush your teeth, eat breakfast, go to work, come home, smoke your bowl, go to sleep, and then you do that all over again. And then you're like, how come I'm not excelling in life? That's because that's the reason why. It's because you're living the same routine. But if you say, I want a company that's worth $10 million a month, I want to profit $10 million a month, you got to go study different companies and people's lifestyle, and constantly, that's why I'm constantly on podcasts, YouTube, audiobooks, like just seeing people that are in my industry, that are in my position, that got there, and I want to know how they live and how they build their business and their business models and business concepts. You take all that, right? That's the big picture now, right?
Yeah.
Then what you do is you start working backwards from there. Okay, if I want a business this big, I need to start like this. I need to start doing these good habits this way. I need to start doing those habits that way. That's how you start living that. Like people always say, act as if, right? That's what they mean, is act as if means take the big picture you want and start there, and then start working backwards. The deals you make, how you spend your money, how you invest your money. Well, if I want to achieve that, Do the math backwards. 10 million, 100 million, 1 million minus, work backwards, divide that into 365 days. This is how much I need to make. This is the capital I need to make that money. That, you see what I'm saying? You're doing your sales forecast now. You're doing your projections. That's why you need to think big. That's why if I want to retire my parents, I need to start thinking that way. If I want to buy a house for them, I need to start thinking that way. That's why you got to think big. So when people say think big, it doesn't just mean think big. There's a reason why you should. That means the big picture, work backwards from that. So the bigger you can see things for yourself, that's how you start working backwards and achieve what it is you want.
Damn, D, I like that. That's a perfect way. You know, I think I read that in a little bit of that in